All right, welcome back to another video. Here's a thing that happened this summer. Tesla Model 3 suspension bushings are failing, and 1 out of 3 Model 3s have been failing their first roadworthiness inspection at just 4 years old here in Denmark. Tesla did not want to cover it under the warranty, which meant if you didn't get it fixed, you weren't allowed to drive the car on the road. So I'll tell you exactly what happened, what I learned, and how we fixed it ourselves for a fraction of the price that Tesla wanted to charge. So let's get into that. On the Model 3, the bushings sit in the knuckle and serves as the mounting point for the suspension arms, and those bushings are wearing out way too early. We're talking about noticeable play even before you hit 80,000 kilometers. Symptoms can typically be clunking noises, some squeaking noises might also be heard, and when owners bring the issue to Tesla, they often got told it's within tolerance. But at the inspection centers, they don't agree, and then Tesla owners were caught between two institutions with completely different standards. So in Denmark, it got so serious that the road authority had to step in, and all the official people, and they sided with the inspection stations. The bushings were too loose. Tesla's internal tolerance clashed directly with Denmark's legal roadworthiness requirements. It was officially a public issue, and now I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I went to Tesla for a pre-inspection just to make sure everything was ready. I got a brake check, brake fluid, headlights, alignment, cabin air filters, all the basic stuff. And they adjusted the lights, changed the filters, but they didn't replace the brake fluid, even though I've driven over 90,000 kilometers over 4 years. Isn't it time to change it? You tell me. They did mention that the rear brakes might not pass and the front suspension could be worn soon in the left side. At the actual inspection, my car failed. Not just the rear brakes, they were clearly too rusty to pass, no debate, but also the rear left suspension, which has over a full millimeter of play in it. For a mechanic, if they look at it, it was clear that just looking at the brakes that they would fail the inspection. Weirdly, nothing was mentioned about the front left suspension, which Tesla did mention might needing replacement. And after leaving the inspection center a week later, then the front suspension actually started creaking. I went back to Tesla, and guess what they said? The rear suspension is within spec. Just go back to the inspection center and tell them they're wrong, which I can't do. So they offered to sell me a report for like $70 using their new measuring equipment, and I declined and had them just fix the front suspension instead, which was like $800 US for repair. And I'm converting Danish kroner to US dollars here just so it's easier for a larger audience. So, by the way, at the time I spent at the Tesla service center, I probably saw around 2 customers per hour come in with the same issue as me. So now back to the rear suspension. It would have been around $800 cost too, and I decided to have someone else repair it, but no other shops wanted the job, and not even through Autobottler, just silence. So we did it ourselves. We bought a new bushing separately around $45 from Autodoc, I think it was, and we used a 20-ton press, popped out the old one, pressed in the new one, boom, passed inspection, drives perfect. Here's where it gets frustrating. Tesla's official solution used to be replace the entire rear knuckle assembly thing, and that's a cast aluminum part, and it's $270 for the part and around $800 for it installed per wheel. But the bushing alone, you can buy that as a standalone part. Tesla quietly added it to their parts catalog, part number 144-4455-00-B, just if you want to know. So clearly they know. They even added a repair procedure for it now. So why won't any more shops touch it? Probably because maybe it's a press fit job on expensive aluminum. If you screw it up, replacing the whole thing. But the repair wasn't that hard if you have the skills, and it seems like any regular car repair job, even if you replace the whole knuckle assembly. The only really Tesla-specific part was you have to go into the secret menu to run a script that opens the parking brakes fully so we can take the brakes and get everything out easily. So if you replace the whole knuckle, you do get 6 new bushings, so maybe that's a better long-term solution. If the others fail, your call, I'll let you know if more will be failing. This home is a great example of why the right to repair matters, and Tesla wanted to charge thousands for a fix that ideally should cost a few hundreds at most. And in the middle of that, we had all the owners trying to pass inspection, and if your car's still under warranty, FDM, which is the Danish version of AAA, says it should be covered. They call it. It's a design flaw, not normal wear. If you're out of warranty like me, don't panic. You got options. Buy the bushings, fix it yourself, or go to a shop that will. And yes, again, our fix passed. The car is solid again. So if your Model 3 makes noises, eating tires, or feeling a little loose, don't ignore it, and definitely don't just take Tesla's word to it and then say it's within spec. But also, the solution isn't that difficult to fix. It's just like an old school regular car fixing job. I believe that since I had that problem, that I've been forced to fix it and repair it within warranty. Of course, you can always have them fix it for the prices I mentioned, but I can see why people from who their car is still within warranty, it must have been frustrating to have to pay for that. So I just wanted to cover this issue because it does not seem to be covered outside Denmark, and I thought it was interesting. A lot of words in a short time. And it was like a huge thing. Oh, Teslas are failing, and there was a lot of drama about it. But if you took out all the drama, get the bloody bushings and replace them. It's not that hard, people. And there doesn't need to be all that drama. The fix is simple. So, yeah, that's all for today. Cheers.